AgntSmashing is opting to go random this game. We will see. The second game we're playing here is on Tal'Darim Ultra, which is a bigger map than before. So hopefully it will, and the fact that it's a 4-player map, hopefully it will cut out on any 2-gate cheesing, and we'll get to see some macro kind of play. That's what I want to see you guys practicing, because I want to see your mechanics. These sort of quick early games I can't judge or really tell you what to have done better. The longer the game goes, the more things I can point out, the more things I can look for, see. So AgntSmashing is getting Zerg here. I'm going to have to assume that Zerg is his worst race. I might be wrong on that. I know that he mains Protoss, and I've seen him play Terran before. He is in the upper right-hand corner as the yellow Zerg, AgntSmashing, our Zerg hero. And now down in the lower left-hand corner and behind one game, we have FilmeCox, our Brotoss, our orange Brotoss player. And we're going to see what happens here. We're going to see if AgntSmashing can take this game while playing his off race, or if FilmeCox is going to be able to take this game. So he's going to go ahead and do the extractor trick like myself. We have a scout going out. He is opting to take the pylon out here, much like ready for a semi-early expand. He is opting to take this pylon, so he is going to go and try the macro route, which is what I want you guys to try, is to look at these new kinds of builds that you haven't seen before, you haven't done before. You actually let the extractor finish. That's pretty hilarious. You really need to step your game up. What was it, last game you had your probes not rallied, in this game you decided to you let it make a gas extractor? Come on, Smashing, you gotta step your game up, dude. He's actually going, no, he's gonna go block. He's gonna block off here. Thought he was gonna block off the giant ramp. Is he continuing to boost out probes? He is. He is ahead in the probes. Let's look at the unit count here. We have 12 probes here compared to 10 over here. Only because one of them got warped into extractor. This is kind of an early pool, a 12 pool. Most people opt to go for a 14 pool. I would have definitely opted for a 16 pool, 16 hatch, 16 pool. We could have easily gone to 16 hatch, 16 pool. Like I said, it's a very big map. If you're not planning on attacking early, they probably aren't either. And you could easily have built your hatchery before you built your spawning pool and been perfectly fine on this map. FilmeCox is actually going to go with some cannons. This is a good idea. He needs to make sure he puts a zealot in between these holes here, which I have a feeling he may not do, and it may come back to bite him on some Zergling run-bys. May or may not. Speculation here, but I know I can see the holes right there. Going back to our player up here, we have him building a spine crawler this early. There's definitely no reason to make a spine crawler, Smashing. I'm just going to say that. You have these Zerglings, you need to push these Zerglings out. There you go. That's good. You're not going to get past here. You're going to be stopped here. If you do decide to attack. There's definitely no reason to make a spine crawler unless you feel that they're being aggressive. He's definitely not being aggressive, so that was a wrong call, first of all. And then, second of all, you don't even know where he is, do you? Do you? Are you map hacking? Are you map hacking? You are map hacking, you map hacker. Oh man, so not only is Smashing, did he make his gas geysers, both of them first. This is a very, very early second gas for Zerg. You do not need a second gas for Zerg this early. You do not. You didn't need a spine crawler. You build spine crawlers if you feel that they're going to early pressure you and you can't handle it. You have a bigger army than he is. He's not going to early pressure you at all. You see these cannons, you know that he's taking an expo, so you should be expoing right now. You have the cash as well. You should be expoing right now. You should take a drone over here and just expo, because you know that's what he's doing, and if you don't, you're going to have an economic disadvantage. Now, I do feel that you are overextending yourself on cannons here. We have a lot of cannons. I do like this cannon back here, and for all the wrong reasons. Because if he did get Zergling speed and decides to run by your cannons, this will get him if he goes to your mineral line. supposing he doesn't have enough to kill them. Also, you need to, all Brotoss players need to put a pylon behind their minerals. Even here, you should have one behind your minerals. That way, if you ever do see, especially against a Terran, if you ever do see something flying in, you can easily just warp in along the warp-ins and stalkers and get rid of the medivac if you do see it warping in. So it's a very good idea to have these behind your mineral lines. Like I say, this is good for all the wrong reasons, just in case he did do a Zergling run by. You do not need this many cannons this early against Zerglings. Cannons like 2-shot Zerglings. You need to cover this hole up and put a Zealot on hold in that hole. It looks like you've covered this hole up with this cannon and this. So the only hole you have right now is right here. So you should be working on covering that up. He is going to go ahead and take his expansion over here, which is a good idea. He's committing really heavy to the Lings, but you haven't gotten Ling speed yet. Now you're hitting Ling speed. Now you're getting back here. Look at the unit count. We have more drones and more income for the Protoss, which is bad for the Zerg player at this point because he's going to be able to chrono out probes on 2 bases. And he's going for a Stargate. He's going for a Stargate. I'm interested to see how this ends. Even if this fails, you are trying something new and exciting. And that's good and bad at the same time. As Day 9 had presented to us the idea that every divergence you make from your typical path will make your army a bit weaker than what you're normally used to. You definitely need to be getting some more units out of here. You have the money. You're going double Stargate, so I don't know if you're going Void Ray or whatever. It's actually going to work really well, other than the fact that he's pushing right now. Stalkers would be quite nice to stop this push. You do have the worker advantage by far because he's committed so much to this attack. At my level, we would call this an all-in attack, just because he's so far behind on workers. He's 10 behind on workers. I do like the fact that you are active on this creep. You need to be more active on your pooping on your hatcheries. You're not taking enough dumps on the hatcheries' chests, okay? And that's how I'm going to refer to it in all casts from now on. You need to take a dump on that hatchery's chest right now. You are morphing into a layer, which is good. You'll be able to get roach speed and go heavier roaches. You have plenty of minerals, so you could actually boost this force quite a bit. Void Rays coming out. What a good tactic, except for you need to use these Void Rays. You could hit this army. You see them? There you go. There you go. Now hit the roaches. Kill the roach. Why are you flying away? They cannot attack you. Yeah, exactly. You need to go over there and you use these Void Rays. You only have queens against you. What you need to do is you need to get your other Void Ray out. You need to chrono them out. Chrono your Void Rays out. There you're chronoing this one, but you're supply blocked. You should have chronoed this one that was already coming out. Shouldn't get supply blocked. And you need to attack before he can lay a Hydralisk down. Is he going to lay a Hydralisk? Nope, he's warping in a lot of roaches. His roaches aren't going to be able to do anything if you attack them with your Void Rays. But you need to get unsupply blocked. Let's see, your production tab. You do have 2 pylons going up, so you're overcompensating. You're putting them in the right places, which is good. I may have put one here and one on the other side, but that is good. Use these Void Rays. Don't make Void Rays and don't use them. Use these Void Rays. Attack. He has only units that can attack ground units right now. He cannot attack air. If you used these Void Rays, if you had your Void Rays over here attacking, and then you saw that he was going to attack you, you could attack these roaches the entire way that they're moving towards your base. You could be attacking them. You could be doing damage to them right now if you had flown them over here. Meanwhile, if we go back to the units, he is still way behind on harvesters. You have a large economic advantage, a very large economic advantage. He's just running around in circles here. You have a very large economic advantage, but you need to use this to your advantage. You have these Void Rays, now use them. Attack with the Void Rays. Even then, you need to keep pumping more. You have 38. That's nowhere near enough to saturate 2 bases. There you go. You're still not building from this one. This one's rallying to over here. Have this one continue to rally here. Have this one rally here. Have them rally at their own bases and keep chronoing out workers. See, now this base doesn't have a lot of workers. I can put this over. I know you want to get full saturation. What you need to do is you put your cruiser over them all. If you have a full page of 24, then you are fully saturated. So you have about half of what you need to be fully saturated here. Whereas up here, you're also still not quite saturated. Let's look over here. Still, neither of you guys are saturated. You're getting a lot of cash now. You could throw another pylon down and another gateway or something. You have warp gate tech. Good. Use these void rays. Oh, you could have won this game. He still to this moment only has 2 Hydralisks. He can warp in more, but if you could have attacked before he even had a Hydralisk den. You could have attacked him. You could have attacked with those void rays before he had a Hydralisk den at all and killed him. You don't. This is a bronzy mistake. You do not have to have mass void rays to win. Also, you should be getting some upgrades here. You have plenty of money, but you're not getting the upgrades. The same thing I was telling Ben and Andrew about. You guys aren't hitting the upgrades enough. 14 minutes into the game, I showed that other replay where the Masters level players had 1-1 already, and you guys you're not even getting a single upgrade. Attack +1 versus a Zerg, because your Zealots will kill these Zerglings in 2 hits instead of many hits. Fleet Beacon and a Dark Shrine, both very gas intense units. So yes, now you're moving out with your Void Rays and Zealots. Where are you going? Do you even know? You have not scouted at all up until 15 minutes in the game. You have done no scouting at all. So you have no idea which base he's at. That's unfortunate. You have these Void Rays. I think you're going to be stopped at this point now, simply due to the fact that he has so many Hydralisks. You're not going to be able to kill those with Void Rays. If you would have attacked before he had gotten Hydralisk, you would have had stood much more of a chance. Look at the energy on these queens. Look at these hotkeys. At least you have your army on one hotkey and your hatcheries. Your queens really need to be hotkeyed. These hotkeys over here, only nexuses. You could definitely have your starports on a hotkey. I would definitely have the starports on a hotkey in the future. You could throw down hallucination and pump out a sentry for scouting purposes. You have 2 more Void Rays here that are not rallied to your army. You have plenty of minerals. You could be pumping out you could look at this. You could get a carrier. You could get 2 carriers. You could have carriers coming out of both of these and chronoing them out. Not to mention you only have 42 probes, which is not enough. Let's check here. You know, not full saturation here. Not full saturation here at all. He's taking his 3rd base. Chris as well, you do not have enough workers at all. You're very low on your worker count. And you have plenty of larvae and plenty of money, but you're just low on your worker count. This actually is probably going to be a GG here. I do not see FilmeCox coming out of this alive unless he pulls back his army, simply because there are so many Hydralisks. You need to attack those Hydralisks, but I don't think you're gonna. Well, I may be wrong. If you continue to attack, you're gonna win here. Attack with your Void Rays. Attack with your Void Rays. Attack with your Void Rays. Well, I guess now your Dark Templar are going to be very effective because he does not have that Overseer. You need to attack, though. You need to find where his base is and attack him. Are you going to move into his base now? Or are you going to attack your Zealots standing not near a Xel'Naga tower? Use your Dark Templar. Send your Dark Templar to his base. There you go. So now the favor's really shifted. If we look at the army size, Orange really definitely has the army advantage, and he has I don't even have the cute little thing on. He has a food advantage as well. Mutalisks are very good against Void Rays. However, that's a lot of damn Void Rays, and especially once he gets these in here, you're gonna be in for a hurting. Carriers as well. You could send those over. Make sure that you right-click your interceptors so that they will automatically build. Let's look back at your units. You are still low on probe count, and you are especially low on drone count, but that's because you're under attack. I'm going to have to say that this is probably, and you're not even mining here. There you go. When you do this, when you do send new miners who have Vespene gas and things in your mouth, hotkey C. You can hit C, return cargo. So you can click here, and then you can do C, hit, and it will return automatically. You are playing off race, so don't be too angry that you lost this game, though. I will say, you went for an attack early. You did expo, which was good. You needed to make more drones. And it looked like you needed to get more Hydralisk for whatever reason. I thought you would have taken it, but that was a lot of Void Rays. You needed a lot more anti-air than Roaches. For Matt, you need to just be more aggressive, and you both need to work on your upgrading. Make sure you are constantly upgrading. 20 minutes into the game.